Our last episode, we installed an ocean-going Starlink, and then we sailed to Bora Bora. In this episode, we have our final day in Bora Bora before we sail on to Tonga. We wait in Tonga for an appropriate weather window to sail on to Vanuatu. We are Pierre, Lisa, and our furry crew member Tiller. We're sailing around the world in our Outre-mer 5X catamaran, and we're going to be sailing to Tonga so that we can rejoin the GLYWO rally after spending a full year in French Polynesia. Please subscribe to join our adventures, and a big thank you to everyone who's already subscribed. Bora Bora, we can see the moon in the sailboat behind us. It's kind of pretty. 6 o'clock in the morning, and we're going to leave later today after we do a dive. After our dive, we pulled up anchor and we left for Tonga. Before we continue, I just want to mention a foundation that we support, a not-for-profit foundation called the Alliance to Cure. They work to bring awareness for cerebral cavernous malformation and support research to try and find a cure for this devastating disease. The foundation has set up a donation page for viewers who enjoy our sailing videos, and if you'd like to contribute, please see the link in the comments below or on the BioTrek Sailing website. We've just put the mainsail up and we're leaving Bora Bora. One reef for the night. We're just about to go out the pass. So there we are, just leaving Bora Bora. There's our route. Tonga. So I put in some marks of some nice anchorages. In Tonga, we're going to head further west. We're going to pass south of Fiji to Tanna in Vanuatu. That's our big black sail, or Jennifer. Got Tiller watching me every step of the way. And she's tied up. That's where Tiller likes to be when we're going fast. Can't fish.
So since we left, our average speed is 10.7, but today our average speed is 10.9. Maximum speed today is 22 knots, or since we left is 22 knots, but today 21.7 knots.
Looking down the way. Another day at sea. The wind changed. We were going directly downwind, so we put up the spinnaker. Next, the net jib that prevents an hourglass formation.
More? That's good. Huh? More tension?
second day we've had our spinnaker up, so it's been pretty smooth sailing the last couple days. Calm motion, following seas. You're gonna get it? Yeah, I can get it. I just got hit in the head by a fish and it really whacked me. Okay, Taylor wants, let Taylor bring it out. But she wants to see what it is. Yeah. Is she biting it? Oh, but she's gonna get the fish off, fish stuff all over. Taylor's so gentle when she picks up a flying fish. She just wants to play, so we threw it back so it could live. We just took the spinnaker down, putting it away. We don't need it again. It's going to be a stormy night.
What's going on?
It's our last night at sea on this sail to Tonga. Sunset's looking beautiful, but there's a lot of storms around. We just took the spinnaker down, and yeah, there's no wind, so the mainsail's not up right now, but the plan is just to get the Genoa out when the wind comes back. Approaching Tonga. We arrived too late for customs, immigration, quarantine, and health to visit the boat, so we anchored in an anchorage near town, and we were going to proceed to town the next morning. Here's the summary of our trip. Maximum speed 25 knots, distance traveled, 1308 nautical miles.
And our average speed was 11 and a half, but that dropped in the last 2 days when we slowed down.
The check-in process was easy, but took most of the day. We had to take the boat to the dock, and then the 4 officers had to come on board. After that was done, we headed over to the local market so we could buy some fresh vegetables. And then at 4 o'clock, we headed over to a restaurant, Kraken, a restaurant owned and run by an Australian couple. Here's some views from the market. Good exercise. Weighs a couple pounds anyways. And how do you like it, Mr. Beer Expert?
It's okay. It's beer.
It's okay. It's okay, and it's beer. Fish, fish, and fish. Chicken and spaghetti. And the prices, those are Tongan dollars, which is about 1/3. The weather was a little unstable, so we headed over to a beautiful anchorage at the Blue Lagoon to wait for better weather before heading off to Vanuatu. It was a beautiful sheltered place to wait out some northwest winds and rainy weather. Super rainy day out today. So town is that way. It's finally stopped raining. There's a resort there. There's a cave in there. We had a weather window. We went back to town to check out. It was so nice to see all the activity going on in town to prepare for the Ark. Restaurants finally getting repaired to be ready to open. And those pink boats shown on AIS, those are the Ark boats coming across the Pacific. So I'm going for a little walk in Tonga, but it's a little difficult to go for a walk here because some of the dogs are a little aggressive. I was told if you just pretend you're picking up a stone, that'll do the trick, and it does do the trick, but it's not very pleasant. So I'm heading back towards town right now. It's a beautiful day. It's Sunday. Looking at the houses, people sitting on their porches. Some really nice houses, some rundown ones. Basically anything that's a tourist institute, a hotel or things. They're decrepit and run down. It's been closed for 3 years here, so that's really taken a toll on the economy. Super friendly people though. Most of the houses have gates, and check out the gates to this house. It's pretty nice. And I'm not sure what the story is with this abandoned house, but it's quite a sight. It's half finished. Maybe it was going to be a hotel. I'll have to ask somebody. And there's the view of the town down below. A beautiful rainbow as we departed Tonga. So today we left for Vanuatu from Tonga. It's a pretty fast sail. The winds are not that high, they're around 20 knots or so, but we've got very big seas. We're going downwind and we're surfing down waves at incredible speeds. And once in a while you get a monster wave going by. It looks like it's 20 foot or so, but I think the general waves are about 10 foot. Not too rocky. We've got one reef in the main. We've got our big black sail, the Jenniker, and so far so good. It's a fast sail so far, and our plan is to ride the end of this bit of wind, and we'll come into lighter winds as we go past Fiji and come into Vanuatu, but then there'll be another storm coming next week, so we're kind of between two storms to get to Vanuatu, and the plan is to meet the GLYWO rally there, and we're so anxious to see all our friends. We haven't seen them for over a year. It'll be so much fun. We passed through the many islands south of Fiji during daylight hours. We're in the second morning of our trip to Vanuatu. We're just passing Fiji now. This is the Southern Lau group, a bunch of little islands, and we're going through a pass. Pairs navigating, and we're keeping a distance from all these atolls. It's kind of an overcast morning. Not so bad, it's not too hot. And we still have our big black sail up for the Jenniker. The seas have calmed down. It was pretty rough last night. Kind of rock and roll sleeping. But it's much better this morning. And onward. Gonna go for a walk? Let's go for a walk. Come on.
So today we came in the other islands. We were lucky enough to come in at daybreak, so we could see, you know, the atolls, the water breaking in the atolls. By superimposing the radar image and the islands, right away you can tell that the image of the hard echo of the island matches the land. So that's a good safety also if you're navigating here, you know, at night.
And we're having morning oats for breakfast. Morning oats, you just take either normal oatmeal or a muesli cereal, add in some almond milk, leave it overnight. Also with some chia seeds, it's very good. And then add some bananas or other fruit in the morning and eat it up. You tell me when. different cell combinations. And with slower speeds, we also caught a fish. Okay, we had 2 fish on. The lines got tangled. We lost one. And I don't know if we still have another. It's still there? It is a big-eyed tuna. And I have killed it with an ice pick. There, I have it. She thinks she caught it. She's so happy. Good job.
Curse of the morning boats. Splice and splice and splice and new splice and splice again.
This is one of many splices. Thankfully, we have new rope arriving when the rally boats arrive.
Well, we switched to east. I guess I missed it.
We'll now be counting down our longitude from east 180 instead of counting up towards 80 from the west. Which is the easternmost island in the Vanuatu chain. I read that it was the first island in the Vanuatu chain of islands that was converted to Christianity by missionaries, and there are many churches on the island. There's a population of about 500. The supply ships are rare, and it has a little airport that serves the island. It's too bad we don't have time to stop. So we're sailing by on the windward side of the island, and most of the villages are on the leeward side of the island. It was formed by an underwater volcano, and it certainly looks like it, doesn't it? So we're approaching Tanna, and we can see the outline of the island, and we can see where the volcano has steam coming out from it. Pretty obvious. Looking forward to seeing it a little bit closer up, but maybe not from the rim. I've been doing some research. I'm not sure I want to do that trip right to the rim. Sounds a bit sketchy to me. If you enjoyed this video, please consider contributing to the Alliance to Cure. And in the next video, you're going to be seeing more of Mount Yasur and the volcano up close and personal. Until then, please enjoy being in the present moment, stay safe, and see you soon. And for those of you who wonder where Killer goes on the boat, here it is.